competition in Europe, the the Conference League and the UEFA Cup. I love Africa. You know why? So I say Conference Cup or the CAF Champions League. No, scrap that.
Probably you are in the thoughts because Rivers United won a game of football midweek.
Maybe we'll get to that. I think we should get to that, talking about Rivers United. And of course, some other headlines from the world of sport, and talking about some other headlines. Super Falcons, we're looking forward to them playing 2 friendly games against Cameroon, and then they have the World Cup at stake. So that means, without much ado, let's kick this show started. Because for the UEFA Champions League, I think, I don't really say what a game. Maybe, based on what we saw in the game between Juventus and the Turkish side of Turkey, and I was here on the show in the morning. I was trying to break down, and I know that it was something that's been discussed before. But what do you make of Italian football? Let me get your thoughts. I know that probably you share yours, but let me get your thoughts because I also have a few to put on the table on the show this afternoon. That's why we say Scoreboard Reloaded. So let's come see how we reload some of the headlines and catch up with some of the biggest headlines. So SAMIES, Italian football, where are they as we speak, in your opinion?
Good afternoon, Peter. Good afternoon to everyone. First, I would say Italian football, I think they are on the back foot in the last 4, 5, we'll say 8 years, just because they failed to qualify to the last 2 editions of the FIFA Men's World Cup in Russia and also in Qatar. They won the European Championship in 2020 in England, when England really thought it was coming home. But since then also, what has become of the Azzurris of Italy? First, I would outline the longevity of their players, which is one of the factors where Italian football, I don't see it progressing. Why have I mentioned so? You look at that winning squad of the European Championship in 2020 there in England.
Yeah.
You look at the crop of those players. They were the old legs and just a few of their young talents in the squad then. Notably the young talent then. Where is he now?
Let's stay with that, what you mentioned about the guys that played in the Euros where they won against England. Can you put a few names? Because when you say hold, and I'm looking at really look like they are hold, because where they started Jorginho, where's Gioleni?
There's Bonucci.
There's Bonucci. The only young boy in that team has to be Donnarumma.
And Federico Chiesa. Who was the hero who was their top performer.
He's even
struggling in Liverpool. So that's what I'm saying. You look at that crop, but where are they now? Or you look at they played at the 2014 World Cup. Old legs played at the 2014 World Cup. They didn't replace them so well. They left.
If you understand Italian football,
I know. See, that's what they like. That's the point we are getting to. That's why we are not. They are underperforming. They are underperforming because of this reason. And their league now. See, I think in the general world now, we can see the Italian league and say this is a league that recycles managers. One, they recycle players also. They don't let go of players easily. See Stefano El Shaarawy is still playing football. We are in the Italian league.
No.
So
Samis,
you look
Samis, for that Egyptian-born Italian.
Okay.
Because he began football early. So
yes.
you think I have this feeling of is a whole chap.
I have the I have the team list from that final before me. Donnarumma is in goal. Emerson
is with Manchester City.
Emerson
is in with Olympic Marseille now.
Cellini
is retired.
Bonucci
Juventus is retired from football.
Di Lorenzo
is still playing for Napoli.
Okay. Barella Inter Milan. Jorginho
is in Brazil with Flamengo.
Verratti.
Verratti is in Qatar.
Lorenzo Insigne.
He has retired.
Ciro Immobile.
He's in Italian football.
Federico Chiesa.
He's with Liverpool.
So we go to their bench also. So you now see their bench. Sirigu.
He's retired.
Meret.
He's with Napoli.
Locatelli, the captain of Juventus, right? Belotti.
He's still playing.
How old?
Yeah, he's old. He's still playing football.
Domenico Berardi.
Berardi is still with Sassuolo.
Pessina. Akebi.
He's still with Inter
Cristante.
Cristante is with
Bernardeschi.
Bernardeschi is with Bologna. Bastoni is with Inter Milan.
Toloi.
And Florenzi is with Atalanta.
Florenzi.
He was just jumping around at the point in time. I can't find out.
Peter, it's really a lot for Italian football. I know they have young talents.
Yeah.
And as part of that young talent, we have Scamacca. I know maybe he has not played many European top competitions for Italy.
Yeah.
We have Retegui. He's one of them.
Well, you have a Tonali now.
You have a Sandro Tonali. Yes, I know you have a Sandro Tonali. That was why Donnarumma also was furious when he saw him on the ground against the Manchester City. When they played
Udogie with Spurs. You're telling me to name
players? And you think 𝐃𝐈𝐒 can also break into that squad?
But now, with what we're seeing now. So, Samis, see, it's good you have shared your thoughts. My thought is this. If you watch Italian football, and surprisingly, the guys who won the Euros are not that extremely old. They're not extremely old. I don't say that they're not old. But take a look at when they won the World Cup in 2006 in Germany, beating France on penalty shootouts. That team has got some of the old legs. See, this is one thing Italian managers do. And I remember vividly when they had Marcelo Lippi in charge. That was what they wanted. I remember the World Cup they won in 2006. Don't forget, it was the World Cup that sparked the Calciopoli thing.
Yeah.
Remember that so many club football was mad with match fixing and all that. The likes of Juventus, AC Milan all suffered big time. But you know what? Marcelo Lippi took players that were angry, who were not happy to the World Cup. And they vented that anger during that World Cup. And the World Cup began very slowly for them. They were struggling to win games. In round of 16, they played Australia and went on to win. And, of course, we saw what happened in the final against France. But don't forget, their biggest win in that World Cup here was beating the host Germany Dortmund by 2-0. So they've been here before. They understand what it is. And I'm hoping that now that they have a second chance, they will do something. Missing 2 World Cups, it reminds me of the Super Eagles also. Heavyweight in European football is Italian football. Heavyweight in African football is the Super Eagles. But we're not going to the World Cup. But for the Italians, now that they have a second chance, I hope they don't miss it. Like we had the second chance and we miss it. I hope they don't miss it. But it's going to be a tough one for Italian football, Samis. And now that they have another manager in charge, don't forget it was Spalletti who left and became the coach of Juventus Football Club. Who's there now?
Gennaro Gattuso.
Can you imagine?
So before Spalletti, it was Mancini.
Yeah, it was Mancini.
He won the Euros with them.
Yeah.
And after that, because of the heroics in which Spalletti also achieved with Napoli, he thought everything was going to go fine when he gets to the national team.
Yeah.
And the appointment of Spalletti took them down the ruins as well.
Yeah, took them down. Not really, because they had a manager who just won the Scudetto. And so
how many games? I'm not sure Spalletti won up to four games.
No, he didn't. He
didn't win up to 4 games.
You know, coming from the background of what Mancini did before he joined Saudi Arabia, and of course he doesn't have a job.
I think against all odds, Spalletti and Roberto Mancini tried. He won the Euros with this team.
Kind of hosted
because,
the Euros.
Like you mentioned,
that one of the cities that hosted the Euros in 2020 was Italy.
Yeah, it was. Yes, I think 8 nations. 10 nations.
10 cities.
10 cities.
10 cities. Yeah, it was 10 cities.
But it's just a lot. Like you mentioned, they have good players now. But it's all about the integration of all of these players into their setup. Because if you look at the players that they had in their last game, which was more like against, I think that was against Norway, where they scored first against Norway. You look at those
and they were
players.
hoping to score 6-7 goals to qualify.
That was not possible for them. But you look at the players that they had. That in that match, I'm trying to get the list of players they had in that match and how we can say they've probably evolved from those players. I would say that Riccardo Calafiori didn't play that game, but Donnarumma was in goal. Mancini, son of the legendary Mancini, was on the defense line. Bastoni was one of the youngsters in Italian football as well, training this game with Inter Milan. We have Federico Di Marco as well, and Di Lorenzo. He was in the European winning side. Now we have Matteo Bastoni. We have Matteo Politano, Locatelli, Barella, and Fratesi. So you look at what they've done, and you have Esposito, the youngster,
the
and
Milan boy.
Retegui,
who left for Saudi Arabia.
They have all of these ones in their setup now. So I think it's a good build-up for them. And what they've done now, I think Gattuso also, he has to be commended for what he has been able to do with this side, where things were visibly not possible. He still got them through the playoffs. They defeated Norway. That's in the Euro qualifiers 2-1, but that was not enough. They they had so many. They had so many games amongst them.
Let's just wait. Let's just wait and see what will happen to Italian football. Let's talk Champions League SAMIES. Yesterday, a few games went down to decide the other teams that will qualify for the UEFA Champions League round of 16, and it was good that Italian teams were also in the mix. Four of them.
Because I remember yesterday, me and myself and Dolapo were still talking about Italian football. Yeah. But seeing the results yesterday, I was wowed. They turn around from this side, and you just sit down in one corner.
Who had? Let me put this. Who had the advantage of the three Italian teams? Inter, Atalanta, and Juventus.
None was close.
I think
the first leg, they all lost in their first match by a 2-goal margin.
Yeah, I think
by 2-goal margin, all of them.
Yeah, I think that Inter Milan would have been, in terms of turning it around, I was expecting them to do it. I
would say Bodo Glimt are a wounded lion, but they are a side they're going into the battle without anything to lose. More like no family at home, nothing. They just want to go to the war front.
Why I said Inter Milan was. It's a household name. They're going to play in San Siro. You should kind of put a little bit of fear in the Norwegian side. But those guys they came smoking. And they got the result they needed. They did a double over Inter Milan. Not that they won based on a away goal. Beat Inter Milan. So I felt Inter Milan going to that game from the three Italian side. They look like it. For Juventus, I knew it was a hard one. Also for, what's the name now? For Atalanta. Also. Oh. But to think that Atalanta game was almost won in the first 60 minutes or there, about when they scored two goals to level the score, and then they went on to make it 3, and that was a 3-2 because that third goal came in extra time.
Yeah.
And then Karim Adeyemi rattled the team back, scored 1 goal, and then you thought this probably would go into what? Into an extra time, penalty. Shootout. No, extra time, because the game was even in the 90 minutes when they had a penalty. Talking about what's the name now? Atalanta and the former West Ham man who couldn't do anything in the Scamacca came and scored a penalty kick, and we saw 2 red cards in that game, and then they qualified. SAMIES, maybe that kind of inspired Juventus going to the game against Gala later that night.
For Juventus, I think they would also look at it and say, "Oh, I think we can give pride to our league," because I know one way or the other, their FA and everything going on within Italian football would say, "What is going on? Our champions are out of this competition. The team that got into the finals are out of the competition." And so you say that for all of us, can one team just carry the pride of Italian football? And to be such a big inspiration for them, they were trailing 5-3.
Yeah.
They played in front of their home fans, and they gave that performance. I never expected it.
From Juventus?
From Juventus. I never. To even say that, at the point when they got when Kelly was sent off, they still gave him that shift.
Yeah.
And even Victor Osimhen was not happy with his teammates.
Okay, so take a listen to Victor Osimhen. If you think that this thing we call pidgin English in this part is not
Thierry Henry is global. He shared the dressing room with a lot of African players.
So take a listen to this, and then we'll see if we can pick a few calls.
Victor, this is Thierry. First and foremost, how body? Body day?
How body? Yeah, body day fine.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay. Michael Richards will always make me laugh.
There's a way he wants to jump into the discussion. So let's see if that call is for us and see who's talking to us.
Hello, good afternoon.
No,
okay, that's not for us.
It's not for us. It's not for us. Okay, so it's good that we're talking about the UEFA Champions League, and it's good that we have 2 Nigerians in this one. See who's there. Hello, good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr.
Yeah. Yeah, good afternoon. Your name? Where are you calling from?
Good afternoon.
Good to have you, sir.
My name is I'm calling from Ibadan here.
Good to have you.
I myself with Mr. Ken. You see, this problem of being placed above seniority in the police force and even the armed forces.
No, what's this one? I don't get the SAMIES. That's not for us, right?
No.
I don't get that language.
But above all, what we saw yesterday in the UEFA Champions League, I think it just showed that no team is here to play.
Before you get there, don't get into my head. I was talking about 2 Nigerians, Ademola Lookman, Atletico, and Victor Osimhen for Gala. Who else again?
Nigerians?
Frank Onyeka could not get his team.
No.
Yeah, who else again?
I don't think there's any other Nigerian in the US.
So you're going to talk about Victor Osimhen, how he was trying to inspire.
Yeah, he said in the dressing room that, of course, he speaks most times, but some don't listen. But he just has to keep doing what he has to do, because yesterday his body language right after he scored the goal that actually looks like it was what was going to propel them into that at the round of 16. He didn't celebrate because with the mentality he has, he always wants to win. But that is not possible. You can't win everything. And it was just furious that his team allowed that advantage slip off them, and that they were scared at a point. Did you watch? Let me put it that way. Did you watch the first leg where they won by 5 goals to 2? I didn't. Okay, it was an early kickoff, right?
Yeah. So if you check when Gala scored the 4th goal against Juventus that day, Osimhen went to pick the ball, and he kind of told the boys, "We go again.
You're not done."
Ordinarily, you'll be saying at 4-2, we're good with 4-2. I mean, it's a good result. But he knew how things can change in European football. He went, picked the ball, and Gala scored the 5th goal.
Do you know the funny thing?
And if we had away
goal
let's
rule,
see if that call is for us.
If we had away goal rule in existence, they would have been out.
Let's see who's this. Hello. I don't think this is for us again. So let's see. 0705 5949 and 0809 7949. I think the numbers will help. And 0906 2949.
Hello, good
that
afternoon.
Should help also.
Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning from here. How are you guys doing?
We're good.
Yeah. My name is Olusegun Omoba. I want to comment a little bit on Osimhen's attitude. So, he wasn't happy about the performance of Osimhen, but still, he's part of the team. What they need is encouragement. In fact, yesterday I thought Juventus will go away with that 3 because they leveled up yesterday. But thank God they fought back. But what I just want to say is that he shouldn't have expressed himself like that, with the world, because his teammates might use it against him. So they did a good job yesterday. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Olusegun. And
I don't even see this whole thing about Osimhen.
Well, I have no issues with it because he's one of the leaders in the room, not a true captaincy now, but he's vocal. I think everyone knows that Victor Osimhen is a vocal human being, and he always wants to win.
He doesn't want to lose.
He doesn't want to lose, and I think that's a good thing. It helped him from Sporting, from the under 21.
It's our thing.
Sporting Charleroi, Wolfsburg.
It's why we say that, while others see under 17 as this that madness, SAMIES, yesterday. So while others see under 17 as developmental, okay, we see it the other way. We want to go win under 17. Okay, you get it. So that shows in us that we just want to win. If you put a cup now and say it's a 2 FM Champions League or 2 FM Cup, and you put Nigeria in that one, we want to win. We want to win. So it's just our spirit, it's our attitude. And I don't think to an extent, if Osimhen doesn't go excessive, I think what he did with his teammates isn't bad. So you see the Spanish referee sending a few players out for Dortmund and of course getting them. So let's leave us of that. You mentioned Rivers earlier at the start of the show. Let's talk about Rivers United. I think they're going to win the league.
Well, not 100% guaranteed they are going to win the league, but they look like they have their name written. That's on the NPFL title because 3 outstanding games left. They've won 1, they've drawn 1.
Top of the table.
And they are top of the table now, in which I never expected them to win. Well, still counting. I did say they are not going to win all of the outstanding games. I still smell defeats in some of these outstanding games.
They're playing away from home. They might not, but they're playing at home.
So why is it a norm now, playing away from home in the NPFL, and then you just find your way to defeat?
But if you also look at Rivers United games, they've also won away from home.
I think they have the most decent away record in the NPFL. One defeat. One defeat still in the NPFL.
If you get a couple of wins away from home on the road, you also pick 1 or 2 points here, you stand a chance of winning the league. That's what you should be doing if you want to win the league.
But for that's Rivers. I just hope Finidi Georgia can consolidate the team's performance and stress this season by winning the NPFL title and see themselves back on the continent. And playing on the continent once again, what I will fail to understand is the champions of each of our leagues on the African scene playing in the playoffs of the UEFA, that's
the CAF Champions League.
The CAF Champions League.
Yeah.
I still don't understand that.
Okay. Anyway, we wait to see. Is what they're doing now. Many years I've joined those who have clapped more to say, why do we have to see the likes of Al Ahly, Zamalek, Sundowns? If you have Enyimba, who are former champions, have them go play through that route before they can get into the group stage. I thought what we do with the Europeans is copy and paste. So why can't we have the heavyweights walk straight into the group stage?
I was wondering where over 60-something nations were in the playoffs of the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederations Cup, including the champions of each of our leagues. It's not. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. Maybe some will also argue on the flip side to say we only have 16 teams going to the group stage, unlike what you have in European Champions League, where you have 48 thereabouts.
How many African nations do we have with their league that's running so well?
You also need to factor in, I'm just putting just to balance the whole thing, you also put in the fact that connectivity is difficult. In this part of the world, you fly from here to Morocco and you just check the tickets, it's crazy. You almost be saying just like you're leaving from Denmark, you're going to England, how much will it cost you if you convert that? But one of the biggest problem we have is that migration. You want to move from here to Tunisia, you want to move from here to South Africa, you want to move from here to Libya. A colleague went to Libya a couple of years ago. SAMIES, you couldn't believe that he had to go to Italy before coming to Libya. So if all of that would probably work out, then we might just be having something good. But for now, we just make do with what we have. Rivers United, if they win the league, which I think they will, all I just ask for is just push a little bit. We can't be having this. It doesn't speak well about our league. And it also shows that this is why you talk about sponsors, no title sponsor for the league after how many years? Our league is not, let's be honest with ourselves, it's not about you coming to demarket the nation. It's not about demarketing. It's obvious. The league is not good enough. And that's reflection we can see in our campaign on the continent. 4 teams went into the CAF Interclub competition. 4. 1 was able to get into the group stage, and that one could not secure a win, even at home. Even if it's not to push.
Just 1 point.
Even not to just carry hand, push up. We got a point against Zimbabwe. Power Dynamos. That's Rivers got a point.
And Power Dynamo defeated Arspekin.
So even if for us to get Magomago, just do not Magomago by say, but just do any yanga. That's what I want to use. Any yanga, and just get 3 points. But look at where we are. One of the teams in the CAF Champions League with the lowest points in this campaign. And you see Korodu City, Shooting Stars, Rangers, Rivers United, all other teams are pushing for a place like they will do well when they get there. We need to know that it's coming to a point where government need to answer some of this club side. Hello, good morning.
It's me, all right.
Peter Homo, Sandy, this is Muiwa from New Jersey. I think Nigerian league is a written script because nowadays, if you go away, if you are not very serious or have a very tangible person in the highest level, you might not make it. I think Rivers United, good luck to them and Finidi George. And for the Champions League yesterday night, the one I love most, the match I enjoyed most yesterday is the match between Atlanta and Borussia Dortmund. I don't think that match can go to that extent to in the night.
Muiwa, yes. Can you hear me? Muiwa?
Yes, I can hear you.
What would you like to see in the round of 16?
In the round of 16, I think, I'm a Barcelona fan.
Oh, okay.
I'm scaring now, but with the things I'm looking at, I'm scaring of Newcastle because it's between Newcastle and PSG. But as I'm seeing PSG, I think the round of 16 is going to be tougher with this Atalanta now. Galatasaray for Osimhen. It's not that Osimhen have a bad mentality or spirit. It's the spirit of football. When you are a footballer and you enjoy what you are doing there, that's how you will be behaving. That's what is about Victor Osimhen. He doesn't have any bad mentality. He loves what he's doing. And he's in his peak period now. He wants to move out of Galatasaray to the big team in Europe.
All right, thank you so much, Amiwa, for that thought. But we'll come tomorrow. Probably we'll just look at the potential round of 16 opponents that we can have in the UEFA Champions League. Because for the team with the most titles, Real Madrid, they'll be playing either Sporting or Manchester City, while for Atletico de Madrid, Liverpool or Tottenham. Victor Osimhen was asked that yesterday. He said they're playing against Liverpool would be some sort of revenge for Liverpool because they defeated Liverpool 1-0 this season. But he wouldn't want to mention Tottenham.
I also mentioned for Arsenal.
For Arsenal they'll be going to Germany or Italy.
Italy.
That's Atlanta or Bayer Leverkusen.
Oh, okay.
So we can have two German sides also play in the round of 16.
How about Chelsea?
For Chelsea, they have their opponents. They'll be playing that's against Paris Saint-Germain or Newcastle.
We'll wait to see. But SAMIES, I think we have to go now. I think we've done our bit.
Yep.
Let's do it again on Friday morning, 9:15 on Scoreboard in 15. But we'll be back again for this edition Friday from 5:30. So more is there for the news. I've done this with SAMIES. I am Peter Omo.
Get ready for radio like you never thought was possible. Possible on the Pioneer Joy Station, 32 FM, 94.9. You're tuned into 32 FM, 94.9. The first station dedicated to bringing you joy, happiness, and laughter.
Okay, my people, this na the station where they totori your body with betalicious baby with the boss brain.